I don't know. That's a good question. We probably need to come up with something that we end up doing with the quotes at the end. You're right.
Because I had already been doing this. I'd been saving quotes as I've been reading, but
Mhm.
just from me.
Yeah, it could be that we kind of keep it similar how we read conference talks, but instead of journaling, we choose. That was true. What do we do with the quotes? I mean, we could try to memorize one a week, or we could try to
That'd be interesting.
share them with someone. Yeah, I guess it would have to be. Yeah, I mean, we can memorize them and then like pass them off during our meetings. Well, that would kind of take a long time. Maybe we could each pair. Well, it depends on how long the quote is, I guess. But
Yeah.
um,
Hmm.
I like our project last time because it was so easy to do independently.
Yeah, it was.
It would be nice to like piggyback off of it. Like, let me like do a Google search on what to do with quotes or something.
Hmm.
It could be like we share a quote, like we do 5 readings, like we've been doing, and then we pick a quote from those readings and we share it on social media somehow.
Yeah, we could do
Or
that.
so we could do social media, we could do memorize one. You said like maybe make some sort of just like pick your favorite quote and put it in your journal entry, maybe. Is that what you
Yeah.
were thinking?
I like the idea of what you said about posting it on social media. If people are
Okay, so
comfortable with
maybe
that,
yeah.
I don't care. All
Yeah,
my
I don't care
friends
either.
are
I can do that.
close friends and family, so
Mhm. Okay, I'm gonna pull. So we're supposed to be doing. It's supposed to be our charter, right?
yeah. So if
Usability,
we,
slow quality. So can we take our old charter and just kind of
yeah, that's what I was thinking, and just sort of add to it a little bit.
so?
Saves a whole lot of time,
Yes, seriously.
and I'm tired of this
Let's see.
class.
Uh-huh. I'm so glad we only have 5 more weeks left.
I did terrible on the test.
I did way better on this test than I did on the first test. Did you see that he gave us like an extra 20%?
Yeah, I was
That made a
surprised.
huge difference in my grade.
That
Okay,
grade.
so listen to or read a conference talk a day of your choice and pick a quote
Are you looking
to
at the
share.
charter we made before?
Yeah, I'm in week 4 project charter.
Okay, let me open that.
Pick a
More project charter. Um, we could we could share it on social media, and then during our meetings, anyone responded to our quotes, we could share
Oh, okay.
what their
So,
response was, or if it impacted them, or if you had a discussion with anyone. Or if we share a quote, add a little question to it at the end.
to try and start a discussion.
Yeah.
So, listen to or read a conference talk a day and pick a quote to share on social media once a week. Any responses to our quotes or discussions that came from our post, we will share in our weekly meeting. Do we want me to add in there to like add a thought or question? Maybe
Yeah,
we
we can
should
do
see how
that.
comfortable everybody feels with posting on social media before we decide we're going to add it.
Okay.
Does that sound okay?
Yeah. Well, I mean, Aaron's not going to be here, right? So he's sort of.
Yeah. At the mercy of what we decide. Oh, I started recording this too, so we could, because he asked us to record, so he could see what we were doing.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay. Are you working on Need and Opportunity?
Yeah, I just started reading it.
Okay, I'll jump down to feasibility. Okay. It looks like we don't actually need after the scope, we don't need the WSB.
Oh yeah, we don't.
Okay, verifications. Like after scope, quality, risk. Oh, quality's way down here, so we probably don't need this.
Yeah, we don't need that.
Oh. For the scope, we're supposed to provide a paragraph summary describing the scope and provide at least a dozen user stories. Okay, that changes that then.
Should constitute the does.
You were kind of cutting out right there. What'd you say?
Sometimes when I'm in this bedroom, I was just reading the instructions.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we have to have 12 user stories?
So we're supposed to find people?
Like, you mean for the user stories?
Mm-hmm.
No, I think just like what we want our project in the end, the user, so like the people on our social media, what do we want them to gain from this and what do we want as to gain from it? So like as a participant of social media, I want someone to feel the spirit so that they can come to learn more about the gospel or something like that.
Yeah.
I can't imagine coming up with 12 of those.
So I guess we should just delete the scope portion.
Kind of. I don't know. Those might help us figure out how to
finish the quality part real quick. You're just rolling them out.
Well, it's only 2.
Well, I just looked and you're just going. Let's see, can I click right here? Yeah, okay. They all have to be different? I mean, or should we just mark who it's from?
Like each member of our team has some?
Yeah, so like the ones you're writing afterwards, you'll write your name.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Or are they just, or should they all be different? Because it's sort of hard to think of what else to get from it, or...
Well, I think they're all supposed to, like it says, user stories are short, simple descriptions of a feature told from the perspective of the person who desires the new capability, usually a user or customer of the system. So it sounds like all these things are what one customer wants out of our product or whatever.
One customer wants.
I mean, I'm doing it as a social media user and then like as a member, and then like we could do it as a social media user on the other side of it who doesn't know about the church. You know, you could like look at it from several different people's points of view.
Yeah.
Um,
So are you guys talking about what we're doing for our new thing?
Oh, hi, Laura. Sorry, I got so confused about the times because I remember I think it was Aaron saying 7:30 worked better for him. This was like a couple weeks ago. So I was thinking we were meeting at 7:30, and then so we just kind of got started, and then we were waiting for people to jump on. But yeah, we were kind of going with your idea about quotes. Um, we're in the week 4 project charter that we made previously, and we were just gonna kind of go off our old project, and we thought about maybe doing kind of a similar thing where we're reading a conference talk a day, but then we were going to pick a quote from the talks that we read and post it on social media once a week. Does that sound okay to you?
Sure.
Okay. And we can like tweak it however, if people don't feel comfortable posting on social media or something, I mean, we can change it. We just thought we would get started and see if anybody.
Well, I don't really do anything other than Facebook. I'm not really on Facebook, but if I have an assignment to do it, I will do it.
That's exactly how I am, Laura. I'm the same way. Like I have Facebook, but I hardly ever get on it. So
I don't have time to. I like to get on there to check up on my family that's all the way across the country, but other than that, I don't really have time. I've posted on my Facebook maybe 3 times.
Sorry.
yeah, that's me too. I don't
Okay.
usually post.
Hey guys.
Hey.
Oh, hi, Cody.
Sorry. We weren't supposed to start till 6:30, right?
Yeah, 7:30 Mountain Standard Time. Sorry, we there was a little confusion, so we just got started a little early, and then
Ooh, have
once
you
we
guys
realized,
already picked a project? That's really awesome. Thanks. See ya.
yeah, we kind of did. See,
Oh,
no,
you guys
don't go
actually-
anywhere. We kind of did, yeah, but we want to make sure it's okay with all of you guys before we keep going.
Let's hear what is that.
So we're in the week 4 project charter that was from before. We were just kind of changing it a little bit because we were hoping just to use the same product since it was easy to do it individually, you know. So Laura had the idea of just using some quotes from our readings. So we thought maybe we could just stick with our 5 days a week readings of conference talks and then pick a quote each week to post on social media. And then we could come together as a team every week during our meetings to discuss any responses or like missionary opportunities we had or discussion that came from our
That's
post.
cool.
Does that
Yeah.
sound okay?
Mm-hmm.
So we're trying to think of, for the scope, it's making us do, I don't know if you guys have done much of the homework this week, but
Nope, none of it. I have not done any of it.
okay. Well,
I'm being
us
honest.
do, oh, that's good. Honesty is good. It's having us do a dozen user stories. Basically, a user story is like what the customer is getting from the product, like what they want from the product. So an example he has here is, as a type of user, I want some goal so that I can do something. So like one of the ones we did was, as a social media user, I want to be able to share the gospel so that others can benefit from the truths I know.
Okay.
So we have to come up with 12 of those. And I think right now we
Oh,
have
okay.
1, 2, 3,
Are we in a document right now?
4, 5. Yeah. So week 4 project charter. We went back into the same one we created for the first project, and we're just changing it. So if you can come up with any more of those.
So we have 6 right now?
1, 2, 3, 4. It looks like we have 5, I think.
Oh, scope.
Sorry, I should number them.
Well,
Oh, nice, Chad. Member of society, mixing it up. And if you guys want to like look through the need and feasibility,
are these the same? Like what? How much have we changed from it?
I mean, we took out like the journal writing part and added instead like the posting part, and
Oh, okay.
so like bits and pieces, but quite a bit of it is similar. This is hard. I can't believe I have to come up with 12 of these.
Seriously. Got half of them.
I don't know if this one will work, but
Oh, yeah, it's perfect. I feel like I'm writing the same thing in just different ways.
just different ones.
Ah.
Well, he's not gonna read them.
Probably not.
And even if he does, I mean, how can you shoot it down when it's all about like inspiring others and like, I don't know.
Need one more, guys. Come on, rack those brains.
Should we get rid of this source too?
Oh yeah, probably.
everybody else?
What was that?
Anthony and I don't remember the other guy's name.
Aaron?
Aaron. I'm in 3 groups this semester, guys. I'm sorry.
That's okay. No worries. Yeah, Anthony was supposed to be here. He said he was going to be a little late, but okay, quality, I think we changed that. Right, Chad?
It says on there on time and
Yeah.
then content.
Oh, I think this is just an example. Define success. Like on the instructions?
Yeah. So he wants more.
Yeah,
At
I
least
think
5 items. He says at least 5 items in the table format.
Yeah, we got
Yeah.
that.
so. If you scroll down just a little from where we were just at, we kind of updated these 5 that we had from before, and just changed them to.
Did already update them. Okay.
Does that look okay?
Yeah.
We jumped out. We went through, and then we realized we did this. We needed to change the scope even more, and so then we ended up going back.
Oh, gotcha.
But I think we ended after quality, so we haven't done risk or resources or time. Okay.
It says to include a paragraph that identifies at least 5 potential challenges or difficulties. So it's only asking for 5.
Okay.
So did you guys reduce that already?
No, we haven't done the risks yet.
Okay. Because it already has just 5 on there. Okay.
Yeah, this is just from before. Do you think it's bad if we use like some of the same ones?
No.
Okay. We'll change this to.
From what I understand, I've never done this before, so I don't know. But just from what I understand from what he was saying, Brother Salisbury was saying,
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was saying that this is the type of, it's more quick. There's not a lot of, it's not like the other one where we spent a couple weeks putting together the plan.
Right.
So
we need to write a paragraph for the scope.
Oh, we do?
Yeah, summarizing it. Or describing it.
Oh, isn't that like the same thing as like the. Okay.
I just feel like is that crazy that I feel like some of these are just repeats of the same thing that we've already said?
Yeah, seriously.
That's okay. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Okay,
If he marks us on it, great. We'll fix it.
It's true. Every other time we've done something like this, I feel like I'm rewriting the same thing over and over again, but we always get A's. So I'm like, okay, well, don't change what ain't broke, right?
That's right.
So basically, we need to write what we're doing is for the scope, right?
Yep.
So
Who's going to do the presentation?
Has everyone done it so far?
I don't know. Who has done them?
I have.
Or I did one.
I have.
I have.
Chad has.
Anthony has, I think.
I haven't. Has
I don't know if Aaron has.
Aaron? I don't know if he has either. I'm recording this for him, so if he hasn't, I mean, he would have an easy time figuring out what we're doing. If he hasn't, I want to ask him to.
Yeah, I think that would be good to have him, and then I'll do like one of the weekly ones.
Okay. So I'm writing a paragraph for the scope, and then it looks like we just have risk, resource. If someone wants to jump down to those other ones and see if they can.
Wouldn't we pull kind of the same risk?
Well, some of them have, it says like goals instead of like post. So just like the wordage a little bit sometimes is wrong for our new project.
So this assignment includes a paragraph that identifies at least 5 potential challenges or difficulties that may prevent or inhibit the success of this project. Okay. Did I seriously close out of it? Gosh, dang it. Or are you already messing with the risks right now, Chad?
I just changed the journal one to be posting to social media instead of the journal.
Well, but for this assignment, include a paragraph. So we need to turn it into like a paragraph that includes at least 5 potential challenges or difficulties.
Oh, so we need to make this a paragraph instead of list it out?
Yeah.
For what?
For the risk.
For the risks.
Oh, really?
At a high level, identify people.
So does it not need to be described out? We need to just kind of briefly list rather than.
Yeah, probably. But I would almost say, because it says we'll develop the risk further, I almost say let's copy these. Let's make sure we have a good copy of those before we get rid of them so that we can develop upon them later. Oh, guys, I'm sorry. I did not feel good at all. Let's see. Why do I keep closing out of this?
I'm just trying to look in these other files to see if it's in there.
I don't. It was,
well,
let's see. Right. Yeah. If it's in another one, that works too.
Well, it is, unless we want to make those changes and then we just copy it over this, and then we just have it for later. When we're done making changes to it, before we put it into a paragraph form, I'll pull it over to another file.
I think for risk, we should include something that has to do with social media and maybe the
people getting mad.
Yeah, like people being offended by something you post or something.
Okay, we can change what I put on there. You want to change? We want to change this one to people getting offended.
Yeah, or something, or people
not liking what we post.
Yeah, people getting offended is probably a good thing. I think that I just like we should change it a little bit because it had our projects changed.
Right.
And that's a challenge I think that we could come up
run into.
Yeah. Resources at a high level. What do we have as our resources now? I don't think that changes.
Probably not. But,
oh, except for
having an account.
Yep, having a social media account. Have you guys ever noticed you're like terrible at spelling when people are watching?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's really okay.
It's seriously the worst. I hate it. Like when people are behind me at work, I'm like.
And you can't type as well when someone's watching it.
Yeah, yeah.
As
like,
fast, you keep making mistakes.
You're like, okay, wait, am I spelling this right? I guess, and then I'll look like an idiot. But
These risks so I can copy them. Or are you still tweaking them?
I think they look good.
I don't think we'll need any more time other than. Oh, we'll need a little bit more time to pick a quote from our talk and post it.
Well, are we eliminating the journal? So does the posting take the place of the journaling?
Yeah.
So it should be about the same amount of time then, right?
Yeah, let's just replace it with that part. Let's see, go back to this. After that, cost, and we shouldn't have any out-of-pocket costs. Or it's the same. It would be the same as what was on there.
Yeah. Okay, so what do we? I was writing the scope paragraph when you guys were talking about the risk. What are we doing? We're copying and putting those somewhere else, and then making it a paragraph. Oh, why am I echoing?
Because that's what my mic does when I muted it.
Oh.
Are you still tweaking it? Because I already copied it. What are you doing?
What are you copying it for?
So I think this agile, we actually have to do the project in order for it to be agile, right? Because agile is we plan, we do it, we plan again. Am I wrong?
Yeah, you mean like we're supposed to start it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if we're supposed to start it like this week or next week or.
Yeah, we can start it next week.
Please don't read the capital.
Okay. So are we good?
I think so. Just need somebody to present it.
Okay, I'll download it right now and turn it in. So, should we just email Aaron? See if he wants to.
Let's see if he wants to present.
Yeah. Okay, I just submitted the charter. Okay, so are we going to start our project next week? Or what are we doing?
I don't know when we're supposed to start it. I didn't even know when we were supposed to start the last one.
Right. I'm assuming we're probably supposed to start it because we were supposed to start our last one even though they never told us to start it.
Well, it might be next week. Lesson 10 is sprint 1.
Okay, so let's just wait till next week. That sounds good.
Yeah.
And then we'll all just add a conference talk to our thing, like before the meeting next week. That way we can.
That
sound
or
right?
at the meeting, yeah.
Okay. So I'll go ahead and send Aaron an email with the link to this since I recorded it, and ask him if he can do the project and then or the presentation, and then I think we're done for this week.
Okay.
Thanks, everybody.
All right. Thanks,
That's
guys.
quick.
See you next week.
Yeah. See you next week.
Thanks, guys.
See ya.